It is time to have the uncomfortable conversation.
I represent a small percentage of Black Americans in the Coast Guard.
I represent a small percentage of African Americans in the Coast Guard.
I represent a small percentage of African Americans in the Coast Guard.
I represent a small percentage of Black Americans in the Coast Guard.
I represent a small percentage of Black Americans in the Coast Guard.
Over the years, we have had to watch the killings of our fellow brothers and sisters throughout American society.
And as Black Americans, we have felt, seen, and heard this type of injustice all of our lives. And I am in pain.
I am physically drained.
I feel like there's a weight on my shoulders.
I feel infuriated.
Irritated.
I feel angry, but hopeful that as a nation, we have the opportunity to change things.
Our justice system and our communities.
I am exhausted and I am tired of carrying that burden.
I'm tired from having to explain to my kids why society may not accept them because of the color of their skin.
I'm tired of being prejudged.
I'm tired of systemic racism.
I'm tired of suppressing who I am just to fit in and make everybody else feel comfortable.
We wear the same uniform and we wear it with pride.
Honor, respect, devotion, and duty is embedded in our hearts, and we live by those core values.
What we need is to be heard.
What I need from my shipmates is to listen, engage, and stand hand in hand in this fight for justice.
I need for racism to be acknowledged and talked about.
I need my shipmates to see me for who I am beyond the uniform.
I need to be encouraged by my fellow shipmates.
What I need from my fellow shipmates is to acknowledge that this is your fight too. This requires your courage and conviction.
What I need from my fellow shipmates is understanding.
Although our paths and views of life are different,
we are all one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
When I see my shipmates, my gut reaction is not hate.
When I see you, I will choose love.
I will walk by your side.
I am your ally.
I am your ally.
I will be your ally.
We're stronger together.
Because all lives can't matter until Black ones do.
This may be an uncomfortable conversation, but it's a conversation that must be had.
By educating,
we learn. By learning,
we reform.
By reforming,
we overcome.
From the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., people fail to get along because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they have not communicated with each other.
Real growth occurs when we get outside our comfort zone. I encourage you to talk to your shipmates and learn from each other. We need to gain a better understanding so that we can grow as a Coast Guard. Keep up the great work. Semper Paratus.